Okay, I was sweating pretty hard today. After 10 hours of non-stop shooting and totally on my feet, and I had 4 large drinks, and I don't mean beer, I don't drink at all. 4 large drinks, half were water and half were diet soda. I basically didn't even have to go to the bathroom until the end of the day, but when I did, I had to wait in line with the bathroom with that camera hanging off my side on a black wrap, and some of the people in line were going, "Hey, you can't bring a camera into the bathroom." Of course, they knew I wasn't going to shoot them, obviously. But I had a couple comments, some really snarky, stinking-ass comments from some folks where I had, like about 4 hours, I had the larger lens than this, the Tamron 70 to 200 to 2.8. With the lens hood, it's a big honking SOB. And, I was shooting at the fair. After my work was done, I spent another 6 hours just shooting what the hell I wanted to. And it's not really the sort of stuff I like shooting, but, some of these snarky schmucks said, you really need that big lens to shoot. Do you really need that big lens to shoot here? And some things people don't actually consider, people are dumb in general, that don't know any better, but it's not the fact that it's a big lens. I mean, I told a couple of them, I said, look, yeah, I'll get the shots that you won't get. I mean, it's just all part of this anti-camera camera movement. It's like the only thing that you're allowed to have and be cool and hip and is some little mirrorless or a little point-and-shoot camera that you can whip out of your pocket. It's like it's a sin. It's like wearing white pants or like wearing plaid jeans or like bell-bottoms. I remember when someone wore bells, like, you can wear bell-bottoms. Yeah, that went out with your mama. That if you got a camera, a serious friggin' camera with a serious friggin' lens, it's like you're wearing bell-bottoms. I think bell-bottoms are back in style, however. But anyway, back in the 80s, it was like a cardinal sin. If you wore bell-bottoms, you'd be made fun of and poked fun of, all that. That's exactly what's happened if you got a real serious camera, and a serious lens, is that it's part of this douchebag pseudo-intellectual philosophy that nothing's going to change in optics, okay? There's no magic glass that's rolled out, There's been ED glass and some really amazing aspherical elements, but optics are still optics, and you still got to have a big hunk of glass to get the friggin' job done. But I had some snarky schmucks come up, like, you really need that big lens to shoot at it. They thought I was like, so many people think that you got a big lens now. It's like, well, you're compensating for something, some sort of sexual innuendo joke. And there really is. It's what's going on. I mean, all for technology, obviously so, but it's part of an anti-camera camera movement. That's exactly what's going on. It's the same thing when iPads. Well, computers are dead because this little thing is skinny and it'll fit in my backpack, and I can roll out a keyboard and I can do everything on. No, you can't. You can't be productive with this freaking I used to do tech support for Apple as number one person in the world for doing tech support on the MacBook Air. And even some of the people that answered tech support questions when they're in a private room talking with the other people that were answering questions like myself, they call it the water cooler. Even some of those schmucks, like, oh, I don't need a real computer anymore. Sometimes they'd actually say, I don't need a real computer. It's the same thing about cameras. Like, I don't really need a real camera. By saying it's real, all they're doing is re-justifying the case that this is a real camera, which means this is not a real camera. But this is good enough because this will do 90% of what I shoot. It's like, oh, okay, so you're just kind of like a point-and shooter, and that's all you really need. So that is the mentality of the people that actually came up to me when I had the 7200, and I was cradling it like this, and they came up to my chin, I was cradling the camera. There's a big-ass lens with the lens hood on it. But I got the shots, and the shots that I get, they can't get, not from the same place my feet were sitting. So it's not possible. It's the right tool for the right job, and that sort of douchebag mentality is, what led people. It's just like a clothing sin. It's like you don't wear that, you don't do this, and You know, there's just, it's like an unwritten rule now. It's part of this pseudo-intellectual subculture of fashion faux pas that you're not hip if you got a big camera and a big lens. It's like, well, yeah, that's the crap that gets the friggin' job done, schmuck. So, well, that's not hip, you know. Do you really need that, man? Like, that's not hip, daddy, old man. I mean, like, they got this mirrorless crap now. Man, that stuff is small and it'll, like, fit in your pocket, but not with a lens on it because lenses are all the same, you know. That's what's going on, okay? It's not that the technology is awesome. It's the fashion. It's like a hipster movement. It's like, this is a movement, man. Like, everything is going mirrorless, dude. And, like, cameras are small and that mirror is nothing but, like, that's old-fashioned, daddy-o. Give me a break with that crap. I mean, I actually had people come up and talk to me about that. What do you need that big lens for? Because it gets the job done. It'll do stuff your little point and shoot can't. Anyway, that was a rant.